Hey, it's just so Trish, and it's that time of year. Are you ready to go curriculum shopping? Yeah! Alright, so seriously, it's coming at the end of March, and it's like spring, and we might be having spring break. And I don't know about you, but are you ready to be looking for your next curriculum? We're organizing. Are you really going to come in behind me? Really? Mm-hmm. She is. She is. Anyways, the life of a little house. So, you know, it's that time of year. We're getting organized for going to the homeschool conventions. The homeschool conventions are sending out their flyers. It's time for curriculum. Okay, so if you've not been watching my channel, if you don't know about me, I am just so Trish. I'm just bringing just some realistic, it's just okay, just encouragement from the trenches of motherhood. And I have 6 kids, and at the moment I'm living in a tiny house, and we homeschool, amongst other things. Anyway, so if you've been with me, you know, but if you don't, I switch curriculum a lot. There's not very many pieces of curriculum that I have not tried. I haven't tried Good and the Beautiful. I know that's the new one out there. It just came out. It didn't get put on the platter. I haven't tried that one. I'm sure at one point I will try it. So I want to tell you a few things that I have learned through all the curriculum shopping. Okay, are you ready? Get the paper out. We're going to take some notes. From the trenches of being an undecisive ADHD homeschool mom, what is the best curriculum? Alright, so here's the deal. There is no perfect golden curriculum. I know, I've tried. I've looked so many times. I've looked. I haven't found it. It doesn't exist. It's not that it doesn't exist. It's just that it's all the golden curriculum, at least to somebody. And there's not really like a perfect, there's not like one thing better than another. Like, you can't just put all the curriculum up. Because number one, some curriculum is going to go into different categories. You know, is it a classical? Is it a literature-based Charlotte Mason? Is it Montessori? Is it unschooling? Is it unit studies? Is it textbook? Is it self-learning? Is it teacher-driven? Is it curriculum, I don't know, video doing? Is it consumable? Is it reusable? Is it non-workbook? Is it workbook? You know what I mean? Like, there's just so many options. Is it hands-on enough? Or is it too hands-on? It doesn't matter. So one of the things I want you to know is the curriculum that works for you has the most to do with the rhythm of your family and what is going on in life. What is going on in life and who you are. So I'm going to tell you, we are very relaxed, and I'm somewhat scattered, and I'm highly stressed right now. So it's not like I'm actually, I don't know, I'm not functioning at the full level I usually would be. In the past, I have done self-teaching, I've done workbooks, I've even done literature-based one with big binder and all the books. I've done DVDs more than once, and I went back to them. And so now I've just gotten to the point, like, what I've realized is anything works. Anything's going to work. And you have to find what fits you best. So one of my favorite videos is definitely the 5 flavors of homeschool that was done by Simply Charlotte Mason. You don't have to be a Charlotte Mason or a literature-based to really get value from that video. I'm going to put it down below. It's just amazing. It is a great video, and it really like lays out, and it gives you a sense of who you are, because you need to go with the culture of your home. I have a friend who is very traditional textbook. She buys the curriculum, they open up and they do each thing every day, and she doesn't even want to leave her house. She doesn't want to be part of a co-op because she's so busy doing their other stuff. And so for her, that's like, she likes that. She keeps a very rigid home. It's not rigid like a bad thing, but just she's very methodical, and she keeps a good schedule and a routine. I'm this kind of chaotic routine. I'm like the drastic opposite of her. So you need to find things like that. And the best way to get there is by watching videos and watching curriculum reviews. But be careful, don't fall in love, because just because they're romantically in love about it doesn't mean you will be by November, because that's the worst. But spending a lot of money on curriculum and crashing and burning within 2 months and needing to find something else. If you're just starting homeschooling, go ahead and get a boxed curriculum. You'll be fine, and it'll just take a lot of the headache off of you. You're going to find veteran moms who are going to be like, well, I use this for this, and I use this for that, and I use this for that. Listen, if you're brand new to homeschooling, you're in uncharted territories for yourself. You might be scared. Get a friend, find out what they're using, or go and walk through the homeschool convention and see the different styles, maybe look them up beforehand. But just pick one, because you're probably going to crash and burn anyways. It's not to scare you. Don't take that personally. It's just, it's hard the first year. And the part that makes it hard is our own expectations, not like anything else. And we just kind of don't know what we're doing and we're trying to figure it out. And you'll muddle through it. And if you feel like throwing the spelling out, in November, because you're just done with it, throw it out. You might pick it back up in February. That's a normal thing. It's totally normal. A lot of homeschool moms do that. So my just encouragement is anything can work. It's just, is it convenient for you to work? Does it fit with your lifestyle? And does it make your life better? Is it fun? It doesn't always have to be fun. Sometimes it's just do it. Is it in your budget? Okay, so I know it's not really the thing that you were looking for. I just can't tell you how many times that I've started out in August and I'm just this is gonna be the year, and I bought this great curriculum and this is gonna be fantastic and we're gonna do this. And by December, I'm just over it. It could be the ADHD. Could be. I will give you an example of my year this year. I wasn't really in the mood to homeschool this year. Nope. I'm sure there'll be videos that pop up here at the end that will say, yeah, I don't want to homeschool. And so I wanted help this year, and the help that I chose to get was through DVDs, by doing DVDs. So I was hiring teachers to come teach. It was really kind of cool. And I mean, it came with all this stuff. It was like Christmas. I'm not gonna lie, I was super excited by all this stuff because it was just so overwhelming and awesome, until it got down to trying to divvy out the day. And then it got to be a hot mess, and all the different stuff with it. It just was hard. And so then I had one, and we really realized how bad the ADHD was in our family by using this curriculum. It became obvious. So we kept trying, and then one kid I took off the curriculum, and then the next kid I took off the curriculum. I have these DVDs. I still haven't even sent them back. It's March. I haven't sent them back because I knew at one point I didn't trust that I would regret not having them. So I went ahead and I just kind of kept, and we pieced stuff together and pulled stuff together. We did some really cool, I then skipped on and we went to Easy Peasy, and then I was taking Easy Peasy's content and creating virtual classrooms, which was really kind of cool, like a virtual school for my kids' homeschool, and that was fun. We're going to jump back into Robinson curriculum, but I couldn't get them to sit and read again. I don't know. And then lo and behold, I pulled out the BJU, the curriculum. Some of it we did with DVDs, and some of it we're not doing with DVDs. Some of it we dropped, and some of it we just kind of make alternatives. So you never know how your year's gonna go, and that shouldn't be encouragement either. I'm probably not your biggest encouragement right now, am I? But what you need to know is just, it's okay, and it's just finding what's relaxing for you. Some parents just want to open up the teacher's manual and go, and they don't want to sit down with the planner and decide what we're doing on what day. They like the ones that they can open up and it tells them what they're doing. Bookshark's awesome for that because it's got it all there, and there's not a lot of textbooks. BJU Abeka does that well. Some are meant that you can really fit your kid for where they need to be. I want to tell you, if you feel like there's going to be struggles in certain areas, I highly recommend just stepping your child back. There's nothing wrong with your 5th grader doing 4th grade work. There's nothing wrong with your 6th grader doing 4th grade work. There's nothing wrong with being at level or below level in your curriculum. Even though you feel like, and we get trained by this in the public school, like we got to get through grade 1's content, grade 2, grade 3. If we don't, we're behind. I've had to fight that. I mean, like, really had to fight that. And that's not good. It doesn't matter. There's been times, and I've had experiences where we did grade 1 work for grade 3. And we got done, and we were testing at grade 4. It works that way. It's homeschool magic. It's so awesome. And sometimes it's easier just to scale back. And I had to do that. Even with the VJU that I bought with the DVDs, we actually got so far, and I scaled 2 of my kids back into lower grades because it was just, that's what we needed. And it worked out great. You know, except for the money. Except for the money. But, you know, it worked out great. And I wish I would have been more preemptive on doing that. So don't be scared to put your child below level. Put your child at a place that they're going to be successful at. Use a curriculum that's going to help you. If you're not a planner, get one that's all laid out. If you like to piece things together and that's your adventure, piece things out. Find one that lets you have that freedom. It's okay to get something that's perfectly laid out and just kind of botch it and use it as you want. It's okay. It's okay to piece together stuff from the teacher's story. I'm sure you got a teacher store somewhere near you. Then you can go in there and buy it off there. You can buy it all electronically. You can go to CuraClick. You can go to convention and like lead with books. You can join a co-op and everything's laid out for you. There's nothing wrong with that. And from my experiences, it doesn't really matter the curriculum. It matters how you like the curriculum. All of it's going to work. All of it's going to be good. All of it's going to prepare your child to be successful. None of it's going to like do wrong. It's going to be what's easiest for you to stick with. What's easiest for you to do. If you're always on the go and you have a curriculum that you have to read for 5 hours a day, unless you can find those books on audio, that's going to be a hard thing to get done. If you have a curriculum that, you know, doesn't really take a lot of structure time, and yet you're at home and you can't figure out what to do with your kids, you're going to be kind of like, oh, I need kind of more. So those are just things to look at. Okay, they're all about to come in. I'm going to have to go because we are making dinner. All right, so I will talk to you later. I hope this encourages you. I know, I didn't help you much probably. We'll talk to you later. Have fun at convention, and if you're in Florida, come see me.